做牧师，主任牧师。
One day before, when I was still serving in the church as a senior pastor,
有一个比我大概大我15到20年的女传道来到我的面前。
someone brought someone else from who's been here.
Someone brought a woman preacher,女传道，就是 women preacher, yeah, came up to me, came up to me. 他就说，哎，我看到你怎么样对待你的女儿，你可以看我是你的女儿这样待我吗？
Oh, she said, I see the way that you love and lead your daughter. Can you do that same for me?
我说不可以，
I said, I cannot.
因为我只有一个肉身的女儿。
Because I said, I only have one earthly daughter, biological daughter.
而我已经没有力量去爱其他的人。
And I don't have enough energy to love other people.
我说我是一个很悲惨的人生，
I said I had a very miserable life
因为我有2个的爸爸，
because I've had 2 fathers.
一个是我的生父，他生我出来的时候就不要我了；
One was my biological father. When I was born, he didn't want me anymore.
一个是我的养父，其实他是不喜欢我的，不过我的养母很喜欢我，所以他一直觉得我都不是他的儿子。
And my second was an adopted father. He actually didn't really like me, even though my adopted mother loved me very much. But he did not treat me as his actual son.
所以甚至我做了牧师之后，我讲到天父的爱，我不知道我讲什么，我是在这边，不是在这边。
So even after becoming a pastor and I was talking about the Father's love, I only knew it from my head and not actually from my heart.
更离谱的就是，当我走进这个家人同行，我们常常说家人回父回母，我讲，甚至在香港讲我们回家了，但是我自己的心应该还没有回家吧。
What's even more wild is after coming into this journey, and I would say, we would talk about the Father's heart and love, and even in homecoming, I would say, welcome home, but did I actually know what that meant?
甚至香港有很多的下一代，他们觉得我应该起来，做爸爸，但是我一直都拒绝他们。
Even a lot of the younger ones in Hong Kong, they wanted to have me stand up as a father, but I always rejected them.
我常常，我就想，我可以爱那么多人吗？
I kept thinking, can I love so many people?
我爱一个已经要了我的命了，
Loving one person has already taken all of my life.
还有我很爱他，但是这个教会的一个男传道给他拿走了，偷走了。
I already love her so much, but one of the Taiwanese, some guy from Taiwan,
From this church,
took her away.
that office,
That office, 在那个
this
办公室里，
pastor, 这个牧师
这个牧师
他叫出来的，
is the one he called out.
我的女儿跟我说，爸爸，天父告诉我，有一个男生，这个男生会一生保护他的。
My daughter told me, Dad, I felt from God telling me that there is a man who is going to protect me for the rest of my life.
然后他跟着说，他是台南的男生。
And then she said, he is someone from Tainan.
我说你真的吗？你真的听到天父的声音吗？
I said, really? Are you sure you heard from the Lord?
所以我感觉我没有力量去再爱其他的人。
So I didn't feel like I had the energy to love more people.
但是后来我要补充，就是我不是失去一个女儿，我是得了一个很精彩、很 outstanding 的儿子。
So ultimately, I want to add that actually I didn't lose my daughter. I gained a son, and he's a wonderful, wonderful
Yeah.
one.
我是特别对这个王耀林讲，因为这是他的教会，这是有 live stream， 所以我一定要讲这个的。
So I want to say this to him because this is being live streamed.
还有我 honor 这个牧师，
And I
他
wanna-
训练出那么 好的一个的男生。
I want to honor the Pastor Johannes because it is who he trained him.
其实这只不过是我一个的不做爸爸的一个要逃避的一个原因，就是我可以爱那么多人嘛。
So this was the main reason why I think I was trying to run away from this role of becoming a father, because I didn't think I had enough love.
其实我是有一个孤儿的心，
But actually, I had an orphan's heart.
我孤儿的心比你们更孤儿。
My orphan's heart was even more orphan, was worse than yours.
因为我有2次的爸爸的拒绝，
Because I had rejection from my father 2 times.
所以我觉得我没有可能，我不配，我不懂，我不可以做一个爸爸，属灵的爸爸。
So I thought there's no way, I have no ability to become a spiritual father.
所以我一直的就推搪不要做。其实我是推搪天上面给我的那个位置跟呼召。
So I kept rejecting, saying, I don't want to do this. But actually, I was rejecting what Father was asking me to step into.
只是当我一信主，应该天父的爱就应该是充满我的心。
Actually, when you receive Christ as into your heart, you're supposed to be filled with this Father's love.
但是只是在头脑，
But it was only in my head.
好像没有进到我的心。
It didn't really enter my heart.
什么东西令到我的心解开那个锁，
What went into my heart to unlock that?
以致我不单是头脑知道天父的爱，而是心里面真的去感受到充满天父的爱呢？
So not only understanding in my head, but really having that breakthrough in my heart to understand the Father's love,
就是家，
it was family.
没有一个家，我没有办法可以将锁的很重的这个心的门打开。
Without a family, I would not have been able to unlock that very tight lock in my heart.
在这个家人同行的旅程，
In this whole family journey,
我听到最多人的问题就是我不知道他们在做什么。
the problem that I've heard the most from people is, I don't know what they're trying to do.
如果你用头脑要去明白，穷你一生你也不会明白。
If you try to use your head to understand, you will not understand for your whole life.
但是如果你用你的心投进去的话，你会感受到天父，他就让我们的心灵里面越来越明白，越来越清晰的知道。
But if you put your heart into it, slowly but surely, God will help you to understand what this is about.
不再做一个旁观的人，
Not just so that you won't be just a bystander anymore.
不要尝试用头脑明白先投进来，而是你先进来，然后你才慢慢的明白。
It's not about, okay, I'm going to wait until I understand here and then step into it. But rather, you step into it first, then you start to understand.
所以我一直不愿意做父亲，一直觉得我不可以爱更多的人，原因就是我里面的心是，因为我是一个孤儿，我不能够接受天父更多的爱在我的生命当中。
So I was not willing to step into becoming a spiritual father because I felt like I couldn't receive more love in order to do that.
还有我不太明白，原来我先要做一个真的儿子，我才可以做一个真的父亲。
And I didn't understand at the time. I really need to know how to be a spiritual son before I can become a spiritual father.
因为这不是一个位置的问题，
Because this isn't about a position.
位置你是看得到的位置，
Position is something that you can see.
这边有一个位置，
There is a seat here.
位分是你看不到的。
A place is not something you can see.
但是你就是有哪一个的位分，
But you just have that place.
所以我们怎么样能够去将我们的心打开呢？
So how can we open up our hearts
去更加明白这个家人同行。我们讲家，我们明白这个家是一个怎么样的家呢？
to understand in this family journey, what does a family really mean?
很多人在这个同行的当中也很失望，因为我们常常好像讲家，但是他们好像没有经历过这是一个家。
I think a lot of people have maybe felt disappointed in the past in the journey because we often talk about family, but maybe they haven't really felt or experienced it before.
啊，终于在很多年之后，
But after many, many years later,
差不多走了这个旅程15年、16年、17年、20年之后，
but maybe in this journey walking 15, 16, 17 years later,
我的心改变了，
my heart changed.
我的心门被打开了，
The doors of my heart opened.
天父的爱充满我的心。
The Father's heart, Father's love filled my heart.
我做了一些不寻常的东西，连我的老婆也觉得很奇怪的事情。
I did a lot of things that I don't normally do. Even my wife thought it was strange
因为我被天父的爱打开了我的心，
because my heart, the doors of my hearts were opened by the Father's love.
我就觉得，如果天父可以在我这个年纪做这个事情，没有理由不在你们这个年纪做这个事情的。
I thought if God, Father, can do this to me at this age, then there's no one else who won't be able to experience that as well.
以前有一个女传道说要做我的女儿，我都拒绝她。
Before, when a female pastor came and asked, can they be my spiritual daughter, I thought, no, there's no way that I can do it.
现在我求主俾我更大的帮备，可以拥抱千千万万的神的儿女。
Now I ask the Father to give me much bigger embrace so that I can embrace all of more thousands of spiritual
不是
children.
我的能力，
It's not by my
而
ability,
是天父的爱充满我的心。
but it's actually God, Father's love that overfilled my heart.
我的心怎么样被打开的呢？
How did my heart become open?
也是有真爸爸打开的。
It's also because of Papa Tony.
真爸爸不是
哦
真爸爸，是真正的爸爸。
Because of a real father.